Welcome to AP Workshops. Welcome back to another one of our technical info videos that have been missed just recently, according to all the feedback that we've been getting. This particular episode is about the Tuono Racing. Welcome back to AP Workshops and welcome back to our technical episode about the Tuono Racing. So the whole point of this episode is designed to give you a little bit of an insight into the whole reason why they designed and built this specific bike, some of the differences between this particular bike and a standard Tuono, and some of the things that you can find sort of along the bike which are going to be quite unique to this particular model, which they kind of can tend to, sometimes there can be some kind of sort of confusion with. No problem. So we'll start at the back, let you know what's going on. So the most obvious difference between the standard Tuono and the Tuono Racing is the fact that we've got carbon fibre bodywork. From a sunken pirate wreck. So the decal kits are kind of unique. The number boards are yellow, very difficult to get hold of, although there are a couple of guys out there. One of our admin, Dominic, he does really good replicas of these. Tricky to get hold of, but the carbon fibre bodywork, the carbon fibre chain guards, that kind of stuff is all absolutely unique to the particular racing model. What we call the shark tooth, or the actual chain guard down there, is plastic, same as the standard one. Okay, the racing model has black footrest hangers but carbon fibre hangers, and you'll notice on the back of them, when I'll show you a little bit later on, there is actually a specific marking so you can tell whether it's genuine or not. Okay, the frame is black, again on the 03 model, which is what this is. That was quite specific to this particular model as well. The side coil covers and the belly pans, again, all specific with, if you imagine, they're all carbon fibre. White crash protectors, a lot of people change these for the black ones, something that might be a little bit more substantial, quite less obvious as it sits at this particular point in time, but those are pretty good. No, they stand out quite a lot, but they should be white. The air intakes, again, carbon fibre and a genuine carbon fibre screen. Now the screen, head fairing, so the screen was actually the same as the standard Tuono, so you can see what's going on with that one. Again, mirrors, a lot of people change those for the sort of later Gen 2 ones, which look a little bit less dated. They are sort of the same as the ones on the Tuono, but they're getting pretty tricky to find. Okay, but the one thing that was pretty much unique to this particular bike was the fact that this was a Tuono with the forged OZ wheels, Öhlins suspension front and rear, and radial brakes. Okay, so this model was kind of like the racing version. Now the whole purpose for this bike and why it was made, when you bought this bike with as a road going bike with a race kit. The race kit was then designed to be bolted onto the bike, and the bike was then designed to be run in a race series that was just one model specific for this particular bike. That was run in Europe, I believe. It's still difficult to try and find information about that kind of stuff, but it is, all the information is there. So there is only the 03 model came with the race kits. The 04 model, because they did actually make these in 2004 and 2005, but there is specific differences for this one. This one is my own bike. This one is a 2003. The differences between the 2003 and the 2004, aside from the frame number, now I'm going to nerd out on you a little bit later on, and I'm going to give you the way to decipher the frame number, because I'm that much of a nerd, I can tell you. But sort of UK bikes, I can tell you how to decipher them, no problems. But basically the difference between the 2003 2004 was quite sort of subtle. If you imagine, the indicator lenses were not amber, they were clear. And if you have a look here where it says RSV, that is a different sticker on the 2004. That says ERRE. I'm not 100%, I can't remember what that stands for, but that particular decal there is slightly different. So on 2004, that decal's different. The indicator lenses are basically clear instead of amber, and it didn't come with a race kit. That is literally the only difference between these particular bikes. So what we'll go do now is we're going to have a quick look at the frame number so you can decipher the frame number to tell whether your bike is a genuine 2003 or 2004 Tuono Racing in the UK. Right then, like I said to you a little bit earlier on, I'm going to nerd out a little bit, and I'm making no apologies for this one because I absolutely love this kind of thing.
Nerd alert!
This kind of information is going to sort of help you identify exactly what's going on with your Tuono or your Tuono Racing. So we have a standard 17-digit VIN number, and this is how you would decode it to find out exactly what bike you've got here, or exactly what kind of Tuono Racing you've got. So ZD4, the first 3 digits of the VIN number are for the European homologated code for Aprilia. RPB is the model code, so this would suggest that the RPB is a Tuono. Okay, so 060 means that it's a Tuono Racing. 3, the letter 3 there, which is the 10th digit of the chassis number there, is the year of manufacture, so that was 2003. The S next to it basically means that it was made in the Scorzay assembly plant, which is about a mile and a half outside of Noali. Then the last 6 digits are the unique digit for your particular bike. So 000089 means that this bike was number 89 of the Tuono Racings, made in the Scorzay plant in 2003.
Oh my God! Wow!
So an interesting little sort of diversion from that one, because this is a 2003 bike, that's how the VIN numbers are made out for 2003 in UK bikes. Okay? Now 2004 bikes were slightly different, so they were made out ZD4 RPB 0904S. The 9 or so 090 would have mean that it was a Tuono Racing made in 2004, and you can corroborate that by the 10th digit of the chassis number, which would be a number 4. Then you would still have the S, which means it was still made in Scorzay. Then you would have 2 digits clear, then you would have probably a 4-digit code there, which would denote that you have got yourself a genuine Tuono Racing from 2004.
Interesting.
Right then, welcome back. So what we're going to try and do is just show you a little bit about what's going on with the race kit, the all sort of infamous race kit that came with the 2003 bikes. Okay, we think that there was about 300 bikes produced for this particular series in 2003, and they all came with a kit that you would bolt onto your bike, so your bike would be ready to race in this particular series. So these parts here are some of the parts that actually came with that race kit. I do actually have a complete kit with some spares floating about as well, so I'm going to show you kind of roughly some of the parts that are pretty rare that come with these particular bikes. So we've got a full-length belly pan that basically acts as a catch tank. If you have a look around the back there, you can see that is effectively, if you were to get an oil leak, that would be able to hold the contents of your oil tank. So you bolt that on. Instead of taking off the small belly pan, you would bolt that one on instead. You could take off the headlamp, and you can use a full carbon fibre nose cone without the aperture for the headlamp. And that would bolt on in the same fixings. Just one little thing as well, just if you notice, if you think they're a genuine Aprilia part, they've actually got this little badge here that you can see. So all of the genuine Aprilia parts have these little badge, this little badge sort of like resined into the parts. So we'll show you some other trick little bits now as well. These are quite tricky, so we're going to have to move the camera about to sort this. Right, so these are some of the smaller parts that come in the kit. With the kit came an exhaust system, a titanium exhaust system that came with it. This came with the exhaust hanger. So we're going to cut to a little picture of the complete exhaust on my bike, because mine is actually fitted to my bike because I love the look of it. So this is the hanger that comes with it. Cue the picture of my exhaust. Right, then we also get things like, this is a complete unopened bolt kit. So basically, when you buy the bike, you have like caliper bolts that have drilled holes in them. If you just have a quick look in here, you can see there is a hole drilled in this particular head of the bolt, so to lock wire it, so you can see what's going on. That will part of the regulations for racing is that you actually have to bolt or lock wire some specific bolts for that one. This here is a genuine mesh for the rear light, so you can take the rear light lenses out. This bit here is quite difficult to get hold of. I know there's a few of our friends of ours that have been looking for some of these kind of things, so we've got hold of I've got this is mine, and this one's going nowhere, so I've got this one. We've got a new what they call reverse gear shift linkage, so you could actually just fit this to your bike and change it from road shift to race shift. That's quite straightforward, dead's nice, but this is all of the stuff that came with the bike. We've got EPROMs, which are sort of bun to suit the just to suit the exhaust that came with it. We've got basically other bits and pieces like sort of that you change over from the road gear, different sprockets that came with the bike. There's a ton of other bits and pieces that came in this race kit, but basically there aren't many people that have got complete race kits. There's people out there that think they've got race kits, but they haven't. There's manuals. There is like 2 lots of manuals, one for the exhaust, one for the kit to make sure you've got the kit correct. All manner of obvious things. If you need to get in touch and just sort of discuss it, then it's no problems. We can sort of compare with what we've got. We can sort of talk you through what you need and to complete your kits. We do actually have quite a comprehensive collection of sort of other bits and pieces of spares that we can find. Get in touch with us. You can sort of email us at sales@apworkshops.co.uk. We can see if we can find you those parts if we haven't got them. Right, that's it for today. That's it for this particular film. If you want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch with us. Snox himself actually answers all the emails first thing in the morning. You can email us sales@apworkshops.co.uk. You can get in touch with us via all the Facebook, Instagram, you can follow us on those. We kind of communicate on those levels as well. Facebook Messenger is a bit of a tricky one. We don't try to sort of concentrate on that too much, otherwise we're never looking away from our phones as it sits. So try and email us if you can. That's absolutely perfect. But if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Push the little button there for a like if you would. That would be absolutely grand. And there's a little bell for notification if you want to just let us know what's going on. Thank you very much for everything that you do for us. We really, really appreciate it. We'll be back soon. Take care.